Donald Trump just got blindsided by the speeches of three world leaders back to back to back. You have President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico, you have the Prime Minister of Greenland, and you had the Prime Minister of Pakistan. They dropped the hammer on Donald Trump. He didn't see it coming. Let me show you President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico. This is perhaps her most explosive speech yet. She was speaking in front of like 50,000 people. Watch this.
That is why I call on the people of Mexico, when from abroad, it is dictated who is guilty, and who is not, when there is an attempt to pressure our institutions from the outside, when the idea is normalized that another country can intervene in matters that only concern Mexicans, we are no longer talking about cooperation. We are talking about interference. In Mexico, let it be heard loud and clear, does not accept interference. We are a free, libre, independiente, and sovereign country.
Then you had the Prime Minister of Greenland giving an incredible speech. Here's what he had to say. Let's play this clip.
My speech today is called Not a Word About the United States. This summit brings together those who believe that democracy, cooperation, and shared values still matter in a world marked by uncertainty, polarization, and rapid change. From a Greenlandic perspective, that belief is not abstract. It is deeply personal. We meet at a time when the world feels less stable than it has for many decades. War is no longer something we only read about in history books or faraway headlines. Conflicts, pressure, and power politics are shaping decisions in almost every corner. This is not just a security crisis. It is a challenge to the international order we have relied on for decades. This is not, from a Greenlandic point of view, these changes are real and close, not abstract. The Arctic is no longer a remote or isolated region. It has become a place of growing strategic interests. Military activity is increasing. Infrastructure that once seemed technical or neutral, cables, satellites, air routes, is now clearly linked to security and resilience. For Greenland, resilience and security starts at home. Kalaallit, the Greenlandic people have lived in the Arctic for thousands of years. We learned early on that survival depends on cooperation. You don't make it through harsh conditions alone. Everyone has a role. Everyone matters.
More from that speech right here.
What happens in our region affects far more than the Arctic itself. Security today is not only about soldiers and weapons. It is also about whether societies can function when something goes wrong through cooperation based on shared values. In Greenland, digital connections are essential. Telecommunication keep communities connected across vast distances. They support healthcare, education, emergency response, and basic governance. If these systems fail or are interfered with, the effects are immediate. That is why a resilient infrastructure matters. It matters who build it, who runs it, and who can access it. It's not just a technical question. It is a political and security question.
Show you more from the Prime Minister of Greenland, his speech. Let's play it.
Security is not just about strength. It's also about control, trust, and social resilience.
Here's another clip from the Prime Minister of Greenland.
Education plays a key role here as well. Our young people are growing up in a world shaped by conflict, competition, and rapid change. We need to give them tools to understand that world, to think critically, and to take responsibility. That way we can protect and evolve democracy as a shared responsibility. A society must value truth, demand transparency, and remain alert to pressure and
MeidasTouch is brought to you by the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Let's talk about what's actually at stake right now. America started with a rebellion against kings, against divine authority, and against the idea that government should belong to one religion or one group of people. That's why the founders created a secular constitution. No religious tests, no state religion, power comes from the people. That's the foundation. But right now, we're seeing more and more efforts to blur that line, pushing religion into schools, laws, and public institutions. That's not moving forward, that's moving backward. The Freedom from Religion Foundation is fighting back, protecting the First Amendment because it protects everybody's freedom of conscience. Visit ffrf.us/Meidas or text Meidas to 511-511 to join or learn more. Go to ffrf.us/Meidas or text MEIDAS to 511-511 to learn more or join. As America approaches its 250th anniversary, we're at a defining moment. Do we keep expanding freedom or do we start restricting it? Text Meidas to 511-511 today. Text fees may apply.
More from Greenlandic Prime Minister Jens Fredrik Nielsen right here, closing the speech. And again, he called this speech is not a word about the United States. That's how they're treating the United States now. Let's play this clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering a period where power politics are back. Certainty is gone. Rules are challenged. Gray zone pressure is becoming more common, where the line between peace and conflict often is blurred. In this situation, cooperation between democratic societies is not a nice extra. It is necessary. International rule of law and democratic values are the glue that creates peace and prosperity. For Greenland, the message is simple. Small societies depend on a rule-based world, but we also help maintain it by governing responsibly, staying open, and standing by our values even when it's difficult. And I must say, today, the EU member countries has been a steadfast friend and have stood by us when we needed it the most. We are grateful for the strong support shown to Greenland during the challenging times we have been going through for some time now and continue to navigate. And before my speech called Not a Word About the United States ends, I have one last point. Greenland will always stand by friends and allied countries. Let me finish by invite everyone to do the same. Let's sit respectfully around the table together, then nobody will be on the menu. Thank you.
He also then sat and spoke with somebody after. He was speaking at this Copenhagen Democracy Forum, and here's what he had to say. Let's play it.
We have been ready to have a better and maybe wider business collaboration. We are ready for investments, to cooperate in mineral resources and so on. We have been ready from the beginning. Our only demand is respect. Don't stop threatening us. Look at us as a like-minded partner that you will work together with, not only with stomp on.
More from him right here. Let's play it.
look, we have been under the Greenlandic people. My people have been on a huge pressure for the last 15 months. And in some periods, it's like feeling a relief if we don't read about it in the paper for a period of time. And right now in the world we are living in, the focus is another place for him. We all see. But I think you can imagine it this way: as a prime minister, being or have to tell the people to be ready. Anything can happen. They won't rule anything out. Just to be in that stage, I think it shows how seriously we have taken this situation and how serious it has been for the Greenlandic people. We are not there now, but we are not finished yet either. We don't have. We are negotiating, but we don't have an agreement. So.
Then he talked about this Trump regime proxy who's going around Greenland trying to get signatures. Let's show you this clip right here. Let's play it.
Mr. Prime Minister, I have to ask you first about this crazy story about this man named Cliff who has been reportedly roaming around Greenland offering $200,000 to anyone who'll sign a petition saying that Greenland should be part of the United States. What do you know about him? What do you know about the money and where it's coming from?
It's a good question. Nice to start this way. No, there's a man, I think he's a former banker, an American man called Cliff, walking around in Greenland and trying to make people sign some sort of paper where they say they want to be a part of the United States, and then he will, if he get enough signatures, he will start some sort of a trust fund or something where they can have $200,000 each and so on. Look, I think it's a part of the influence they try to put on the Greenlandic people in this situation between our countries. So yeah. But he's 86 years old. I think he's.
Is he an agent of the U.S. government, do you think?
I don't think so. I think he's a private person walking around and trying to do something his president wants him tells publicly he wants to.
And do you think it's his money that he's talking about using, or is it somebody else's?
He's quite transparent about he don't have any money. So that's
big promise. Then
that's a big promise.
200,000.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned at the outset, we heard from Pakistan's Prime Minister Sharif praising Xi Jinping and China as the new leader of the world. Play this clip.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the most dynamic and visionary leadership of President Xi Jinping, China has lifted 800 million people out of poverty, provided jobs to millions of people. China, in terms of economic power, is second to none. China, in terms of military power, is at par with the most powerful nation in this world. Yet, President Xi Jinping's philosophy promoting peace and his vision to resolve the most dangerous conflicts through dialogue and diplomacy is something which makes President Xi Jinping not only a towering figure, but one of the most respected leader in this world in this day and age.
Then I'll leave you with this. President Claudia Sheinbaum of Mexico meeting with U2, meeting with Bono over in Mexico at the same time that band after band, musical act after musical act dropped out of Donald Trump's Freedom 250 event. Watch as Claudia Sheinbaum meets with U2's Bono. Let's play it.
Hello, nice to meet you.
What an honor. Lovely to
Honor is mine. Nice to meet you.
We're such fans of
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
and of yours.
Wow, nice to
Felicidades.
meet you. Felicidades a ustedes.
My goodness. Universal health care.
You have raised the minimum wage. You come to the Street Child World Cup. You meet Edge and myself.
We have reduced
I don't know how you have time.
health, education, housing.
Yeah.
Those are people rights.
That's it.
They are not very rich.
That's
They
right.
have to be-
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think about all of this. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.